Hi, coming to you from Bangkok, Thailand, World Blockchain Conference on the 4th of December. We're nearly done for the day. It's been very exciting, very interesting few sessions, very learning few sessions, and I'd like to share some of the information with you. Good morning, everybody from Bangkok, where we've recently attended the World Blockchain Conference, had many interesting speakers, interesting topics. The exciting thing for me about the blockchain is just the way in which this decentralized technology truly changes the game in many industries, or has the potential to change the game in many industries, and also the potential to involve a broader spectrum of people that wouldn't necessarily have been able to be involved in financial markets, in traditional financial investments, and also in traditional service provision across different industries. Now the industry faces a number of interesting challenges over the next year or two or three perhaps, to overcome certain bridges, for instance scalability, transaction speed, efficiency, security, fraud. If the industry learns how to deal with these challenges in a better fashion, we will see wider and wider adoption over the next coming years, and it's really truly an exciting space to be in. Now, this is just a quick introduction from my side. I'm putting together a few notes, a few comments on my investment strategy at this point in time in the blockchain space, talking about cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, altcoins, etc. And I'm going to share those with you today. Okay, so get yourself a cup of coffee. I'm going to try and keep this fairly short, but I want to give you enough information as well. Firstly, guys, I just have to make it clear that I'm not providing investment advice. I'm simply going to share with you my approach, my investment strategy in the space that I've been following for the past, since I've started about 1.5 years ago. I'm going to show to you and share with you what my strategy is and why and how I'm going about it. Now, I've sent you some screenshots as well. Have a look at the screenshots that I've sent you. And just brief background. At this point in time, as we speak, the total market capitalization of all the crypto tokens and coins is just about $400 billion. The increase over the past month and a half has been insane. The type of money that's coming in now, we're starting to see corporate and institutional funds flowing in as well. So that's important to note. Guys, I'm not going to sit here claiming that we're going to see 1,200% rise year on year in the value of Bitcoin, in the value of Ethereum, in Litecoin, whatever the case might be. I'm not going to claim that. What I will tell you is this. In 1990 to 2001, we had the tech boom. That's when the world started noticing the internet and the way that you can make money from the internet. There was a tech boom. Everybody was throwing money at this new space, buying shares. Everyone that had a computer started up his own business. Long story short, roughly 2000, 2001, the worldwide adoption of the internet started to increase, started to pick up. And that is also where the true value of all of these companies started to come forward. So the market wasn't driven by speculation anymore. It was people were starting to see the true value in the adoption. And as a result, all the noise, the 90% of the rubbish shares out there, the ones that wasn't formed on sound, or that weren't formed on sound business principles, started falling apart. People started losing money. So the bubble burst. It was a boom, it was a bust, and people lost money. Now, does that mean the internet was bad? You be the judge. You wouldn't be watching this video if that was the case. So what I'm trying to say is that with any life or world-changing, disruptive market change, technology that gets adopted, you will see a boom, you will see a bust. Right, at this point in time, the money flowing into the crypto space is really looking attractive, although it's still very small compared to the total markets in the world. I mean, your bond and stocks and cash markets in the world is well over $200 trillion. Right, $400 billion is quite small compared to that. Right, in any case, let us move forward. If you look at the screenshots that I sent you, basically roughly going in this direction. 30% of my funds into cloud mining, 30% into altcoins. I'm also mentioning index funds at the moment, because index funds are now currently starting to come to the fore on the crypto space as well. Now, an index fund, for instance, that's now busy launching. The ICO was completed a few days ago. They should be listing on basically mid-January. We should be able to start purchasing those coins. They will be investing in the top 20 cryptocurrencies, and they will be managing that portfolio on a week-by-week basis. So I think that's a very good way to spread your risk, to make sure you're constantly invested in the top coins/tokens out there. At this point in time, I'm invested in altcoins, but I am planning to sway some of that into these index funds. Now, my altcoins that I would recommend, not my altcoins, but if you look at the top altcoins at this point in time, which are the good ones to have, to my mind, it's been going strong this entire year, are coins like Ethereum. IOTA has had a very strong surge of late. You must please read up about these tokens and why they have the value that people believe they do. What is the technology that they back? Remember, all of these are really built on the blockchain technology, but each of them have a different use case. So make sure that you do some research on that. In fact, in all of these spaces, please do your own research. Filter out the noise as well. Don't get carried away in any sort of hype, but make sure you're informed, you're well informed, so you can make the best choices available to you. Right, IOTA, Ethereum, as I mentioned, Ripple, Dash, Litecoin, Neo. These are all good long-term coins, I believe. OMG, and so the list goes on. Have a look particularly at the top 20. So maybe build yourself up a nice portfolio of altcoins. Right, then you have thirdly a lending platform. Lending platform is very simply, at the moment the markets are quite volatile, and I believe they will be for the next, I don't know, maybe a year, maybe even longer until the market matures. At this point in time, I believe there's lots of good business value in the lending platforms. All that a lending platform is, and I will include for you a couple of my links as well. You're welcome to use those. Guys, these work on an affiliate basis, so if you use my link, I will benefit from it, but don't worry, so will you. And whether or not you use my link, I'm still enjoying returns at this point in time of about 1% per day. That's really why I want to share this with you guys. I know you're showing interest, and I really want you to take action, and I want you to take action quick, because 2 weeks later that you take action means 2 weeks less, or later that you start making returns. So these lending platforms, all you're doing is you're paying Bitcoin into the lending platform after you've opened your account. You then exchange that Bitcoin on their page for their particular coin, whether it's BitConnect or whether it's Extra Coin, and then you will lend that coin to their trading bot by means of an investment option. You lend the coin to the trading bot, and the trading bot runs trades in the market, on the crypto markets, using its volatility software, and on a daily basis it provides you with a percentage of the returns. It splits it across the pool for all the investors. Some of these bots, it depends which one you're going with, but all of them are really aiming for about 1% per day return. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. Up until now, I've seen it to be a very lucrative option. You can do your internet searches around these platforms, these opportunities. You will get sites telling you there are scams, there are Ponzi's, etc., etc. Simply because if something offers you 1% return per day, the first thing that comes to mind is this has got to be some sort of scam. Now, right, if people claim something is a Ponzi because it's dependent upon continuous inflow of money, inflow of capital, then I invite you to try and find me a business or an industry that is not a Ponzi. Because you're not going to open a business if you're not believing that there will be on a daily basis money flowing into that business. No business, no industry is sustainable without continuous inflow of funds in order to support and to build the business and to build the industry. That's as simple as it is. Now, however, be that as it may, please keep in mind, guys, that these are inherently high risks. How do you measure your risk? Look at the amount you're willing to invest. If you're willing to invest $1,000 into the space, your risk is $1,000 because that's what you stand to lose. There's a second way of looking at risk, and that is time. I like to look at risk in the line of time, in terms of time as well, because if you are enjoying a 1% per day return, then it means in 3.5 months you should be making your money back. Now, if I'm investing money and my risk is to get all my probable reward at this point in time in the short term is to get all my money back in 3.5 months, that to my mind lowers the risk again because it's a much shorter time frame. So keep that in mind, but determine your own appetite for risk, and please do not be ill-disciplined. Do not be reckless. Go and borrow money on your mortgage and invest it. That's the only investment advice I'll give you, is let's be responsible about this. Right, but that's how I would split my portfolio. That's how I'm currently splitting my portfolio. If you look at your other screenshots there, you will see the BitConnect. There's a screenshot of BitConnect. You can see at the top how easy it is. You have your Bitcoin wallet. You click on the exchange button, and then you exchange your Bitcoin for BitConnect on an exchange page simply by me using the sell option. Once you have your BitConnect wallet, then there will be a lending option at the bottom of the page, and a similar structure works for HextraCoin. You will click on that lending button and you will lend multiples of $10 to the bot. Right, your lending wallet will then be building up on a daily basis with the returns that you've made from the previous day's trade. As you can see there, my lending wallet there was at $11.27. I've already reinvested quite a bit of it. So that's my lending wallet for the last day or so's returns. And you can then transfer. You can either transfer that back into your BitConnect wallet and then exchange it for Bitcoin, or you can scroll down to the bottom of the page when you're logged into BitConnect and reinvest that. When you reinvest, of course, you enjoy the benefits of compounding, which is very powerful. There's a website. I'll also include this on the email, compounddaily.com. If you there punch in the amount you're investing, and you're punching in the amount you're reinvesting on a daily basis as well, or the percentage you're reinvesting, then you can see what the different outcomes will be for you after 6 months, after a year, or whatever time frame you put in. Compounding is an extremely powerful tool. However, anything you compound, you are risking back into the system. So I would take a conservative approach, saying if you're investing profits into this space, by all means, compound them. Build up your income production ability so that you can compound, so that you can increase your potential earnings towards, in the next year or so exponentially, because it does make an exponential difference. That's if you're investing profits. If you're investing your money, hard-earned cash from your bank account, from your salary, I suggest take the first 100% of returns, put them back into Bitcoin. I would suggest keep them in Bitcoin. If you want to put them back into your bank account, by all means, then exchange your Bitcoin for your currency and put them back into your bank account. Be that as it may, I think a conservative approach would be to take out your returns until you've gotten your capital sum back, and then start reinvesting and see where this asset can take you. Will 1% a day be a sustainable income over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years? I'm willing to bet no, it will not. I don't think it is reasonable to expect that. As I said, the market is going to mature, volatility will come down in the crypto markets, and then the interest that you're able to earn on these lending platforms will also. Right, you can see there your capital that you put in will be fixed for between 120 and 299 days, depending on the amounts that you're investing. I believe that's a good thing. It lends stability to the platform because it means capital is tied up in there for a while, and it's not like everybody can just pull out their capital at once and the whole thing falls flat. So I believe it's a good thing for the stability. Remember, your returns that you make, you can withdraw on a daily basis. Right, it's just the capital, the initial capital that you put in, that will be fixed for that amount of time. HextraCoin, you'll see that the earnings for the last 5 days between 1 and 2.01% on a daily basis returns. That's directly from the website, so you can see the type of returns that people are earning at this point in time. And then if you look at the lending amounts and HextraCoin as well, the fixed terms are shorter than in BitConnect. Only a maximum of 239 days. All right, which brings down your risk a bit as well, to my mind. But it's a trade-off. So I'm invested into both these because I think it offers a good balance. Excuse me, just taking a sip of coffee. And yeah, guys, so that's just quickly from my side. I've sent you the details for my mining as well. Lifestyle Galaxy mining platform. I've been mining with them for the past year and a half. Initially, my returns on the mining there was between 5 and 10%. But the wonderful thing of the compounding of these returns mean that you're forced to compound or to reinvest at least 35% of your daily returns back into your mining capacity. So the mining contract is only for 3 years. But because you're compounding, because you're plowing back, you're reinvesting your mining capacity on a regular basis, you will be seeing that your gigahash, your processing capacity is continuously growing. So at this point in time, a year and a half down the line, my returns have climbed to roughly about 30% a month, as opposed to 6 or 7% a month in the beginning. That's the power of the compounding in the mining as well. Now, there is a push towards, in the cryptocurrency space, towards proof of stake as opposed to proof of work. Now, proof of work is typically mining. You need to plug your computer in. You need to provide computing resources so that you can validate the transactions on the network and so earn your returns, which mining is really what mining is about. There's a push towards moving more towards the proof of stake. Now, I don't believe that means that Bitcoin will fall flat on its face because nobody wants to support the mining community anymore. That's the wonderful thing about the decentralization of a currency such as Bitcoin and any other cryptocurrency for that matter. It's decentralized. There's no one single authority that can decide to pull the plug, that can decide to immediately change things over. We've seen a number of forks though. I believe the forks are over now, except the next fork that will come will be simply a way to improve the efficiency of the Bitcoin blockchain, and everybody will be in on that. It'll be a way to improve the timing of transactions, make it faster, make it more scalable to cope with the increased demand and supply. And at this point in time, there's still about 120 years of mining left in Bitcoin. As long as the world sees Bitcoin as a long-term store of value, which it's really establishing itself in those lines at this point in time. You can see it more and more as really a true form of digital gold. I believe that there's justification for spending money and resources to stabilize this network, because everybody is pulling together in a decentralized fashion and strengthening this Bitcoin currency of ours. So I believe that's something that's sustainable, and I'm very happy to, at this point in time, reinvest 100% of my returns on a daily basis back into the mine. I'm not taking any Bitcoin out. I'm reinvesting. I'm building my mining capacity so strong that I will get significantly higher returns that can start to earn me a living in the next few months to a year. And that is the strength of the mining, of the investment of your mining returns, and I believe so much in the future still of Bitcoin. Remember, it's the first and the oldest cryptocurrency. The world knows Bitcoin. If the world wants to start using other cryptocurrencies for day-to-day transacting purposes, I believe it's a very good thing, and I believe something like Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, or even Dash or Pivx will be very, very good options. But Bitcoin does remain a solid, stable digital gold, which will invite investment for many years to come. And that's why I'm very bullish and very positive about the mining. So yeah, that's it from my side. I'm not going to take up more of your time. It's been about 18 minutes. Please watch this video again. Please watch more of what I've said. Make sure that you understand the principles, and drop me a line. We can make it a Skype call or something if need be. I'm currently sitting in Pattaya, Thailand. So if you're in South Africa or if you're in England, I won't be able to see you in person very soon. But I believe now is the time. So I want to encourage people that I've been in touch with to take action. take action, get going, get some skin in the game, get your investment going. Guys, nobody of us have a crystal ball. I don't have a crystal ball, but what I do know is this, and that this cryptocurrency market is putting the tools for economic stability, for economic wealth building, and for freedom into the hands of the people of the world, and not only anymore the select few families that hold the world's wealth in their hands and control everything. The crypto space is now putting it back into the numbers, into the masses, and we can all take part of this. And the more of us that get involved, the more stable this community will become, and the more we will equip people to take freedom, to start getting out of debt, start getting out of the banking systems that enslave them, central banking systems that enslave them, start taking control of their own financial well-being and their freedom. Right, so that's it for now. Have a great day, and I'll speak to you soon.